I will introduce you as Seong in French, if it's okay for you.
Yeah, yes, no problem.
Ok, cool. Donc, bienvenue à tout le monde. Sur ce Chan Masterclass, comme Romain vous a dit, c'est un Chan où le pédagogue parle et en effet, vous n'avez pas la parole là-dessus. Du coup, en effet, on va vous envoyer un lien pour la review et vous pourrez du coup discuter avec Seonjin. Laissez en priorité quand même les questions comment dire, aux personnes qui ont fait les parties. Ce sont des reviews donc de parties de la poule A de la Ligue interne The Shell. Et l'idée, c'est pas de ne pas poser des questions, mais en effet, si on voit qu'il y a beaucoup de questions qui sont posées et que ça laisse pas beaucoup de place à ceux qui ont joué les parties, ça serait un peu dommage. Donc, essayons de trouver un petit équilibre là-dedans. Si ça vous va. Et voilà, donc c'est une première et il y en aura d'autres. Donc l'idée, c'est qu'en effet, Seonjin, alors pour ceux qui ne le connaissent pas, c'est un des meilleurs joueurs européens. Je sais pas, il est combien en ce moment? Il doit être genre top 4, top 5. Il a été top 2 européen en 2020. Il a gagné énormément de titres en Europe. C'est un joueur qui est extrêmement fort. Il est 8 dan à l'échelle européenne. Et c'est un grand honneur de l'avoir parmi nous et vraiment une grande chance pour nous de pouvoir bénéficier de son savoir-faire et de son expérience parce qu'en effet, il a beaucoup travaillé en tant que pédagogue à la Youngseng de Seonjin en tant que pédagogue et il a maintenant monté sa propre école qui est basée en Allemagne. Mais son école, elle est en allemand par contre, je pense. Il a une ligue en allemand. Il a un site internet avec toutes ces informations, si ça vous intéresse. En tout cas, il a monté sa structure. Je vous la mets en écrit vocal. Et puis voilà. So I finished my introduction. Seonjin, you can start and give us the link of.
The link is already gave. You have to go entre membres and
Okay.
just follow
Yeah.
the white rabbit.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So
Okay. That's
okay,
great.
let's go.
We may start. Okay, so I suppose that Makio introduced about me. Yeah. So we can start it directly here. So today I brought only 4 games that as the Dororo, the Romance say that this month that you guys played like usually 9 games that you played it. So I made a separated. So 4 games for today and the next week, the Monday, the Tuesday, Wednesday, we are going to do the rest of the games. Okay, so let's just hold on. Okay, so we may start it here. So the first game is that they played by Ajite and Zororo, I suppose. And the result was that Ajite won by resignation. There's many interesting things that we could discover through our reviews. So I hope you enjoyed it. So let's take a look at the game. So the black was the Ajite and white is Zororo. Okay. We start with the diagonal opening, which is not the really usual the way. And there are Joseki here. And Ajite, that you made the Joseki the mistakes here. So usually black connects like this. And Atari and connect. And you can go here. So this variation is much better for black. And the actual game you played here. And connect and connected here. So it's like this. If black connects here, then white should connect here anyway, right? You don't have to cut here first because your opponents can react it in better way. So that's why the P2 is really important that you need to remember. So cut here in this, and white answer like this. So the shape is much better for white now compared to the previous variation. And then, okay, so this decision was very good thing because there are good potential on the low side. And black respond here, but white also took the left side, which is very nice way. So this result also quite good for white. So I would say the game is still quite difficult and playable for both. And push, and then jumped out here. Okay, and here, and here. That was great. And here, black played this one, and white played here. But I think J15, this point is not the really important area. So the first question, where would you play if you are white? So in your point of view, where is the more important? So where is a more important area in your points of the view? R12, this area. Okay, so I'm going to give some examples. For example, here A. This is Jororo's moves. And C and D, maybe. So, so which one would you take it, or one of them? So A, B, C, D. So because it's really, really important. K4, attach. Oh, okay. So, first of all, A, it is also good places, but it seems there are more framework and big frameworks on the low side, which black could play something like this. For example, this move is not that really senpai, right? The black may tenuki, because even though white continues in the corner, black can come out. White plays here, and white takes like this, and black goes out, right? So in this situation, the low side is really important, and especially the way white invade into the blacks the framework, and then later it's really difficult to respond it already because there are many follow moves. So black pincers, let's say, then now white can play M3. After white play this one, and black needs to separate, is it? And then white gonna push here, and Hane connects. So they are all sentences. So as you can see, they are a good cutting point. So black has to connect. And now white goes out. So as you can see, this black is already in trouble. The other way, black blocks here, then white can make the connection like this. And it's really difficult to kill this group. So black kicks here and try to cover surround this white group. But then now white can go like with E3, and there are quite good bases inside, and white could settle down over here locally. So as you can see, it is already quite difficult to answer after white played J3. Is it? So it's really problematic. So it was one of the greatest opportunities that white could destroy this black's area. And as black, maybe this area was more important. Maybe this was too ambitious because I could invade here and then destroy everything, as we checked it like the variations before. Okay, so this was very important, and there are several chances for both. And this is not that really important area that both players are fighting in this area and here too. Yeah, still the low side is important. Okay, so white black invade and try to fight. But here Romang played pretty way nicely here. Hatane and cross touch. So that was a very nice move played by the Romang that we played anyway. And this and here. But this was a problematic. This is not the really important stone. And so in this case, N16 is the best move because this A stone is not that really important to save it. So which stones that before you're going to save your stones, you need to check the positions of your opponent. So this area, is it strong or weak? Definitely strong. So that means A stone is not a keystone. So I place here and cut. It's very difficult already. Atari, connect, or maybe push. Oh, I can just go out. This result is much better for white. So that's why that was much better for white. So now black got a chance to keep here. It was painful in Hane. So it happened like this. But anyway, the low side is still very, very important to invade it here. But anyway, it happened like this. They're co-fighting, but eventually black took around this area. So I think that the game is still good for white, but I think it's kind of playable. Okay, but this one, I will say that that this was a very passive way. You need to be consistent somehow. You remember that the way you played it in the before. You played A, and suddenly you played this. That does not really make sense together, right? So instead of this, maybe you can go here or to increase it as much as possible. So something like that. That would have been so much better for black. So this one. So now I got a chance to destroy your area slightly here. So the game is still quite difficult. Dororo made a mistake. This one. Just easily play here and go here like this. It's already difficult. Or just block it first. Okay. There's some moves here. But it's really checked that the game is very playable for both. But maybe white is slightly better now because black lost the chances that black could make this territory even bigger than before. But now, as you can see, white is reducing black's area. Okay, take here and this. And here, Jororo found a very nice move. Maybe you guess. After black Hane, the D2, D2 here. So where is the vital point? Pip. Exactly. Nice. And then after pip, the white can aim this cut and this one as Mia. So Jororo found this move, so white got a very, very nice result over here. Okay, and here, this. Okay, so here we are going to see that white's losing move, which is A3. Jororo, you already knew that, right? That was too much, right? This here, even it is not cut it here yet. And also there are core, right? But you're going to try to kill this D group by going A3 like that. That's definitely overplay, right? Black could easily just connect it. So after black connected, I think the game is very, very difficult for white. Okay. In the end, Ajite found a very nice move in the center area. So as you can see, White lost huge group here. So this was the end of the story for Jororo. Okay, so we checked this game that's pretty, very deeply and intensively from the beginning stage. So for the most important points, I would say about the opening stage here. And then Ajite, you need to remember this Toseki correctly here. And then even later, when White played this one, and need to check that the places first. Where is the biggest areas? I think the low side is here, right? This is biggest area. So you have to take care of this group, or maybe trying to increase it as much as possible. Okay. And Jororo, you too. You have to also embed it here. And this one also quite thinkableness, the idea, the way you could continue with this and this. There are very good continuation that you can always get Hane and Connect or Tiger's Mouse like that in Sente. Okay. Okay, so that was the first one. And let's moving on to the second game. The second game, played by Makyu and Ricci. Okay, and the game White won by resignation. This game, there are lots of the small and say the terrible game. Yes, small and big mistakes from the beginning stage to the end. From the first to the last minute. Yeah. You guys are making mistakes like a ping pong. So Makyu made a mistake and Richie received. I also too, like that. So probably we are going to check a lot of mistakes. Okay, it seems so. Okay, so let's take a look at the game. The black is Makyu and Richie is the white. Okay, so it's here. That's kind of old school Suseki is here. But usually white plays here. But N3, because of R3, it seems nobody play this Doseki touch. And this decision, it seems not that really good for white now. Here. And black captures Atari here. Then now black can go here like this. So this position is a little bit weird, I guess. So Hane and Tiger's Mouth. Then now black can go here and then cover. Like this. But this one, okay. Maybe it's similar. Okay, it happened like this, and black entered 3-3. And here's the first question for the Litchi. There are two possibilities, right? That you could block with A and block the other. So when in the actual game, white played this one. So you chose this way, but I think the other way would have been better. Like this. And then black pushes here and knight move. You can expect these variations, right? But then later, there's a good places where you can make your own territory. How would you continue after black played b6? There are the essential points. Yes. Yeah. Here, L4. This one. And then later, black needs to respond like this. But then you reacted here. And black cuts, maybe. But then you're gonna capture and take the bonuki. And then you may continue. Or here, or here. How do you think that's this area? It's nice, isn't it? That's very nice for white. So probably black wouldn't cut here because the bonuki is very big and thick. The other way, then white can capture and then attack it. In case white can lead inside, right? By going Q2. So this is very, very essential point for white, probably for both. So for the Makyo, so I would say the C3 is a little bit, say, too early. So maybe you could block here first, and then you can go here A the later, step by step. Because if you take the C3 here, then you're gonna take a good day, which means your opponents can take this place. You thought that you could 10 key. Okay. You mean the after this, right? But it's better to continue in general. And then white plays here, then now you can cut in this way, is it? Because now you can kill this one. So when black played B, and whites also need to continue that played elsewhere. Or here, or L4, and then play like this. That's the usual way. So N4 is important. Okay, but black played here, and then a black this way. So there's no potential for white. So that's why white pushes time and then extended this way. But as you can see, even white got 3 stones, 3 moves over here. But there's no potential on the low side because black played already 8. So I'll say that this decision was not good. Okay. And push. Okay, so now as you can see, white is in trouble already. Okay. Yeah, it was difficult, was it? After black played G3 already. The position is already quite difficult for white, or difficult to continue. Yeah, it's really hard to develop it or make your stances as very useful stances. Like push and cut their Orsente, tower here and Tiger Smokes. Well played, thank you. So far. So far. Okay. And this idea is a very good idea. Yeah, so far it's important. And here I had a better idea. In the actual game, you're trying to separate it. So split it, this guy and this guy. Is it? You're going to here. So I jump here and then connect it. But in fact, there you had a cutting point somehow. So you connect. Okay, so you play it here first and separate it and connect it. But this one, is it really useful? It's slow, yes. You're not making any points, right? With day 4, so this guy. Okay, so you separate it and then connect it. But you invested one move here, but white gets the other side, right? So I have a better idea. Yes, it's a good for black already. Your feeling was right because you got split it here and maybe you can attack A stone, A group, right? And you also reduce the right side of the white's area by going the B. So the better idea is actually this one. And then just surround it. And of course, white gonna come out here like this. But then you could keep pushing. White can't really resist it here. But then you can continue. So if you make this A group stronger, and then you don't have to connect it with B, because A is stronger with C group, right? So you can put pressure and then developing the upper side area. So you put cover with C and then indirectly protect this P cutting point. So that is the way you could make your own stances, create your stances more usefully. Okay, and even though I'm gonna connect it here, I cut here, and then you get more size, bigger the area, like this. Okay, jumped out and I played this. So it happened. That was a nice one. Here too. Okay, so here. I never seen this move before. Usually D17 is the normal, right? Here and then Hane. How do you think about this move? Right? I suppose you also knew this, but maybe you wanted to play differently. So this is the normal. And even you attack here, when black attack here, then you could even make it a call. If you feel that you are quite behind, then you could do something like with this co-firing, right? If you're behind, then you need to make the games more complicated than before. The call is the best way. Okay. Now this one, it seems very easy for black. I think this result is quite good for black. The previous variation was way better for white. But the O17, this was very nice move, I think. Okay, so you gained many points over here. Okay, and shoulder hit, but the shoulder hit was very powerful. So this area was the last area that black could reduce it, right? So black got a chance to take this area. So the game is still good for black. Indirectly, you could kill. You could capture that 4 stances. You missed something. Turning, yes, this one. And then now A and B is behind. So black connects and white captures the other rays also. Maybe Atari. White cannot connect it, but you can Atari, is it? So you could react it like this. So as you can see, black can't really do something over here. So Makyo, you misread here definitely. So this kind of you're okay. Yeah. Sometimes some wrong illuminations in your head, and you saw something wrong. some differently. It could happen. So that's why I'll say this kind of situation that you should think of the this fighting situation, then maybe it might be you lost this game pretty just easily. You made one mistake and then you could lose the game. So like this. So in a very very important fighting situation, you need to check even more as much as possible as you can. Okay. So here definitely yes, f8 was a very fast move. So white connects, then you can still kill this white group. It's gonna be a capturing race, but I would say it is like a I versus non-I, right? In the end. So white has no I and black has. So that's a big. So here I just like this. Hane. Oh, so fuck you. Okay. So here. Okay. So the situations like this. Even black saved this A guy, this A guy, but black lost the B. So that's why C groups also became weaker, right? So it's happened. So it's black, as you can see that black is in trouble already. So if black cannot save C group, then it's gonna be very difficult for black, right? Yeah. So Hane and here, and black played this one. Okay. There is very 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 great chances for black now, and maybe black could save even this A group too. So after black Hane, white answer we see, and there in the actual game black played it A2. This is a very good move in general because black is looking for A. If white answers here, then black can make the call. That's the black's purpose. But Makyu, you missed something. You missed the sequence. In fact, you should have played here, and there's nothing that black can do in the corner. And white blocks here, so now black can do something. Just connect. Then it's gonna say, no. Then black, you need to connect it, right? Then I can kill. So it doesn't work. Okay, so how black could make this situation better? In fact, so there are always cutting points. By going b6, it's always sente. Go first, yes, b5. This was a very very important idea. The cut first, and let white take, and then you get a2, which you would take the places right after play a4. And white connects here, and now black leaves. Okay, the black leaves, but white can leave also. And here, no problem. But black can play this one, h1 is sente. And then now, it comes out. So black can make the connection underneath like this. Somehow, so it happened, right? So this could have been very very big mistakes from the Rich. This one, so you should have played here. So when you see the opponent's move, and then you need to say that think of your opponent's the intention. What my opponent's gonna take it? What for? Right? This one. Call and Atari. Like this. Okay. But Makyu missed it, so you got a chance to cut here. and then kill it. So it happened. So as you can see, the game is very difficult for black already, because there's no way to connect it underneath, and maybe going out by going B, but white could just block it here. So it's a kind of game over. Okay, here and here. But maybe white could just connect it. That's even easier for white. And maybe black can block here, but white can throw in and or throw in like this. And then tiger's mouse. And then there are always like only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 6 liberties that black has. It's not possible to save this group. And I blocked here, so Bakyu got a chance to push and cut, and then here. Okay, and then this was very, very good for black already. And here, Bakyu, you lost it. You missed something here. So basically, it's not working for white. You could kill that 3 stones. It's a very easy and simple. So how would you play then? It's very simple. Yeah, focus on the 3 stones, maybe only. Then you could find it. K13, yes, K13. So K13 first, and why should play here? Then you go out. You go out, and it's already Miai, A and B. So if you take A, if your opponent take A, you're gonna take B, right? So like this. So white is already in trouble, but black played here. Okay, this was very nice move. I was quite surprised that that was even working. This one. Okay. And I read about or most of the variations after white played A, and there's no way to capture this B group anymore. So N4 was very, very great strategy. So we're played. We're found it also. It's very impressive. Yeah. There's a Hane, and play here, then I can play this and here, and push once more, and then cut. So it's working. And the other way around, this one too, cut. And now Atari is Sente, is it? And then Atari, because this is the only way. If I connect, then black captures. And Atari and black has to cut off this, and white leaves. So there's no other the way. Even black connected here, and white play. Okay. Yeah. Here, and this is Sente. And here, the cut is still cut Atari first. I'm sorry, and here. That oh, that is not working. Cut first. Something like that. It's working. Yeah. So even in view me, impressive. So after black lost this group, it's turned the table again. So that's the end of the story for black. Not good. Okay, right. Yeah. So in the beginning stage, because of that wrong decisions made by white, for example here. So why should I block here? Then white could make this game even more, much easily. But the other way made very, very difficult. Okay, here. And after cut and separate here, the black got a chance to, initiative for sure, clearly. So the game is very good for black. But Makyu, this kind of idea you should actually remember. You should know that. And there are the cutting points, but you wanted to remove this cutting point somehow. But you could way more effectively protect this cutting point indirectly while taking great influences in the outside, like this. Okay, then you don't have to worry about this E. And even white gets E, then you get even the bigger other areas for sure. Okay. And then later, this one, this is a little bit unusual. Wait. Okay, here. Shoulder hit and jump here. These variations, we checked everything. Okay. So this kind of situation is, I would say it's not that easy to find it out, especially in the real game. But if you did more deeply, that probably you could find out that I can protect these cutting points with D, even in Sente. So you could have find it out if you think a little bit more deeply. Okay, I think well played it for both of you. Even there are small and big mistakes. Okay. So that's it for the game. And let's move to the third one. The third one, played by Pat Wing and Greg. And White won by resignation. I'm very, very happy that you guys are done players, and I don't have to explain about the very basic Joseki stuff. Okay. And please ask me, feel free if you have any questions while we are doing review. So let's take a look at the third one. The black is Patewing and white is gray. Okay. In the beginning stage, there are the mistakes from black in the Joseki. So here, the black cover and white push and cut. I think Jororo likes this fighting, Joseki. So I thought it was maybe Jororo's game. I wasn't done. Okay, so and white play here. And usually black continues, right? So black should have continued it here, right? And white needs to push here, but then and push once more like this. And white push once more, and now black may choose to kill this corner and let white take the outside, and so trade like this. So this is more like a usual way. White could choose the other way for sure. This is more like a general or usual way for white. And then Kusumi or night move or something like that. And it's a very somehow a kind of complicated Josekis. Yes. So you need to remember for sure. But this one, I actually don't like it for white because and later somehow black can kill the corner and white gets the outside like that. Is it? But it looks like a very, very big territory to me. Of course, according to AI, it is very, very playable to Sekis, but personally, I like it for black. Okay. But anyway, black had to push once more. Does white play d14 first? e14 first. This one instead of h15. This one. White could play, but then black push here, and now black can cut. And this one. So this is very, very painful, first of all. And then this is Sente. And black can do still something in the corner, as you can see. So That's why the result it's not that really quite clear for white. The first, white can't really kill this A group. Maybe I can continue like this, but then black can hane and double hane the tiger's loss like this. It's already quite complicated situation. Or even black could tenuki like this. And because there are lots of arches left in the corner. And I think it's like B is already quite big, a very, very important area, essential area point. So I don't really like to get the result as white here. White could take the corner for sure, but you always need to think of that you need to accept it from this move, which is very painful move. But if you say, I'm okay, then you could play for sure. I just personally don't like this Toseki, so you may play, of course. Okay, so it was not the game, but black missed it, so that was even worse. The hane, and then I could feel the pain. I wanted to save. Let me out. Leave me alone. But then just I blocked it, and then there's no way to save it. And even the easier way, the white could just destroy this bamboo shape, and it's already easily dead, right? Black connects, white can block here. That's maybe even clear for white. Okay, so it happened like this, and here, and yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah. Okay. And I actually have questions. When black cut this, and isn't that the leather? And I think it is leather, right? Well, that means it's even better, isn't it? Missed it. Okay, so the color was not working. So for black, maybe black should play here to do the damage control. So for sure, yeah, I'm very, very bad already because I lost this group. But it's happened because you misread. So you need to accept it. That happened. In fact. I lost it. You should forget it. So you should let them go in your painful mind. I lost it. I need to do something more over here. But you are going to lose more and more. So once you realize that you're of your mistakes, and you need to do the damage control as much as possible. Yeah, not like this. Okay. So it makes the situation even worse. Okay. Caught, and they are all not possible. They're not working, right? So in the end, why took everything here? Okay, and then it continued. Okay, this pattern. But somehow, you played, not really being hasty. You're going to make the plan step by step. That's attitudes in the way you treat your goal after you got difficult situation. I think this attitude is very, very good. I mean, your spirit. So I would say you should play in this way more. Yeah, definitely you felt it's difficult already because I lost it many groups on the upper side area. But the game is not that over. It's still going on. So, okay, so it happened. That's great. But it was to actually very difficult. It was a AO play. So first of all, this attach. How brave it is, right? Where I could the strong, the feeling. But actually, white doesn't need to play like this. here, but Hane after Hane, and the cut was not that really good for black because there are lots of the forcing moves. These groups also involved in the same fighting, right? So I could use all the senten moves, forcing moves like that. And then white got chance to separate it and then kill everything, right? Because it's also involved in same fighting. It's not connected yet, but it looks like not connected, but in fact, it's not perfectly connected yet to each other. So therefore, I got a chance to separate kill everything. So when white Hane, I think it's the best way is just connected here and let white do something in the center area. Unfortunately, there's the way that you could kill this white group because the shape is not that strong and kind of thin, in my point of view. So you should continue in that kind of way. Take your time, because if you are going to play in very aggressive way in this kind of situation, fighting situation, and it might be lost more and more because there are many of the forcing moves. For example, locally I could play cut and they're all sentences, right? Like this. While Atari and then push here. So it's not connected yet. So if there is a stance like this, even more like that, then you could play more strongly like this. That's the difference. Okay. Yeah. So after the big loss here, even more, and yeah, definitely the game is over, right? White got already A and then B group. There are two big mistakes. Okay. So after you realize your mistakes on the upper left corner area into Seki, and the way you play later, that was very, very good. Like this and here. So you never being, hasty. Okay, I can take my time until the game is going on, and you will have many opportunities somehow in the end. But I think it's Greg also played well here. Okay, but still, you need to check your some potential the mistake or the weaknesses for sure if you are going to fight in this kind of way. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There are more questions. We can move to the last one. About Dosekis or any ideas? Okay. Can continue. Then last one. Okay, again, Lich and Dororo. Okay. It's a kind of special this time, right? I thought that they're the same. The games is which are played by same players because you guys are playing each other, right? And the rounds are finished. So I only brought 4 games, not everything. So this time we are going to have a look at Litchi and Joro's game again this time. And then next time, and Greg and Patewi and Ajite, we are going to check your games more next time. Okay. The last one is played by Litchi and Jororo. And in the end, Jororo won by 1. What a game, actually. And there are big moments in between, right? But it seems that Dororo managed to kill the group on the upper left corner. Dororo made the music, yes, the upper left side. But there are big mistakes that I found from Lich. Okay, so let's take a look at the game, how it went. Okay, so it happened like this. Oh, there are another Doseki here. And oh, I chose this one. Okay, and then here, and I jumped out. But this one actually we need to check about the Dosekis in more specifically because it's kind of important. Yeah, E18 here. E18 and white attach, then black can go here. This is kind of the normal way. This one, right? A B18 and then knight move. And this one, it doesn't work because black can kill it, okay, by going throwing here. So white needs to play this one first and block and then witch. And do you remember? Do you know this pattern? Josekis. Here and then white Atari the other way here and throw in. Now white should throw in here again. If I takes, then black will kill it. Black wins in capturing 8. So white should have thrown here this perfect timing, and it's gonna be traded like this. So it's a Joseki. Black could also play here. Black could play here or so, and then white plays here. So it's not a different way. I thought that is also Joseki somehow. Maybe I forgot something. It's something like this. Maybe this is not the situation. Maybe it's a different the situation. Sorry. When white played this. Okay. So this situation. Then black jumps, and it's gonna be like this. And black can throw in here and then continue. Something like this. This is a pattern. Okay, but in this case, this doesn't work because this is much better for white. So white plays here, then now black goes here. Okay, and then in the actual game, black played here. So E18 is important. Okay, and after white jumped out, the situation is not that really great for black because white will get the A in center. That's really thick, right? And white jumped out, and black pushed several times here, and then trying to get the outside, but white blocked it here. So white got many points on upper side area, and this A group also very thick. It's very strong, right? So black can't really attack this A group anymore. After, how to use with this influence successfully, or even more nicely, not that easy, right? Because this A group is very strong. So if there the possibility the way black could play B and attack this A group, then maybe black can use this influence pretty nicely, right? But now not anymore because A is very strong. Okay. And white kick here and jump out here. Everything's great now. And white jump. But I think it's kind of perfect decision. And Litchi, probably you should have pip here first. And that's really important. The pip first and then cover, right? Then now it's pretty difficult for white, I guess. White can play here. And this one, I don't know whether it's working or not. It looks like a techie already, but black is taking very nice influence on the outside. So probably I should still play like this and giving the way the stances or something like that. And then taking the other side. That would have been better for white. Or maybe white should have tenuki. White could tenuki directly. Okay, so after white cover came out, yeah, tenuki was the best side, I think. And the result is very good for white, right? And even the two stones are still kind of alike. M4, M4. There are probably better way. This pincer, and then still I can play maybe this one still, and black blocked here, and then I can come out like this. And then this way, yeah, probably this result is much better for sure for white, for black, sorry, compared to the actual one here and here. You see that difference? Okay. And then here. So when black approached this here, and why should I play it somehow in very safe way? Dororo, I suppose you remember, right? And here, black, the situation is very good for white already because white took many points, upper side and left side and low side, right? And the area is open, so which black cannot also develop this area as well, right? Because D is open. So this the only things that white should do here or take care of it is just playing safe because white has many points, more points. White is ahead by many points. So in this case, white could play just Gosumi. And after Gosumi, it's already very difficult to attack this. So let's see how to continue that here. So after Gosumi, and you're black, and you need to do something, right? Because you already know that you're quite behind. And you are thinking of that how to attack, yeah, these stones. Probably you could pincer here or Q12 like this. Yeah, you need to pincer somehow like that. But then white jumps here and then looking for 8. So after white jumped here, and you need to answer, is it? You need to answer. You need to answer, and then now white plays something like that. Well, they are connecting each other. They're connecting each other, and white is destroying that center area. And what happened after white saved 8, and there are even weaknesses just came out. Right, white could even aim this B and even later. Yeah, exactly, K5. Yeah. So such this kind of situation for Jororo, you can only think just one thing, right? How to save my group, how to make my group stronger, thicker, and even safer, right? So this kind of move is very risky because your opponent got a chance to separate here, and now you got 2 weak groups, A and B. You need to take care of them at the same time. The 2 things and 1 thing different, huge, right? Okay, then white covers, and then like this, and black jumps out. And now A is in trouble, right? Maybe black might capture this A group. But for sure, still very, very difficult. And because white could jump out, and then white jumped out here. Maybe still okay, because I can do something inside. But here, white covered, yeah, here. N7 was a huge mistake, I would say. I think still remember that Jororo asked me about this situation before, right? And what to do. So what is the best move? So it looks like N7 was too risky because black could directly cut. So in this case, they're very, very good, great idea. So probably O7 here, a touch. So you know that your opponent's intention. So, you should connect it. So black is saying, you should connect. B. I connected. Then I'm gonna take this one. So I can break your I spaces inside. So it's difficult already because I don't see any I spaces, right, in the center area, because it's very, very thick. Do you feel it? Can you feel this? So there is no I spaces for white. Probably still okay, but difficult for sure. So we checked about our opponent's intention. So Lich's intention. So let's break it. So I'll touch this and indirectly protect this cutting point. So black can cut for sure, still, because its Atari is sente. But now you can squeeze it. And then squeeze it and then jump. Somehow you get nice eye spaces inside by sacrificing, right? Because after cut, and there's no other ways for black, so you are going to get even more moves in center because you're sacrificing here and then jump out. So now there are some several eye spaces here. Yeah. So that's a huge difference. The black plays here, then the white answers. So in this kind of situation, when your opponent pick B, and you always need to consider C, how you can indirectly protect your A cutting point. Okay, so it's really important. And black plays here, and it turns out somehow white gets more living possibilities, living spaces. Okay. So that's a huge difference already compared to the other one. Okay. White covers and black cuts here. So black managed to separate here. So maybe this game is still okay for white because black covers and then white can still separate. It's still working. And white black needs to connect here, then maybe white can attack this group somehow. Still playable game, I guess. But this was a huge overplay, I guess. And it turned as this result. Okay, the cut and here. But we checked about these variations. I think it's somehow still working for white. So here and this. And white jumped out here. And black witch. Very, very nice strategy. The best way that you could remove your opponent's rivalries in the capturing this situation. So throw in and wedge, right? Kind of the skills. But here, white also could use throwing skills. So white plays here, but there even the better way. So white plays here. And now, how would you play? Maybe even before, yes, even before, white could play this one, right? And this one is sente. Then maybe black can throw still, right? Throwing is working because if black connects here, and now white has 4 and black has 4, and white's turn. So white wins, right? So black should have throwing, and now block here. So now you see that white has 3 and black has 4. So it's not working for white. White should resign, maybe. But there's a very great Tetsuji that white could even kill this group. N14. N14 was almost perfect, correct, but it was the wrong order. Yeah, the wedge was first, then throwing, then black could react it like this, right? And white connects down, black can kill it. So that's the close. So the right order is this one, like P12, throwing first, and then Atari, and then now wedge again. The throwing wedge that also white could do it in this situation. And now, as you can see, black is definitely in trouble because it's this one and this one doesn't work. Cut maybe. Then now I can squeeze it again and then connect it. So that's the difference, right? So somehow still working. Yeah. Okay. So let's say you had a big lock, but even this situation too, I can throw in here first. And this working, right? But black could react it here. Now black wins. But white could react it like this. And now black connects this, and then now white connects this. So this is the right order. White takes, black takes, for example, then the white can win still, capturing ace. There are many chances, but Jororo lost everything. So here. So it turned as this result. Set. So I thought that, he should resign. He should resign, but he never give up. Okay. So here and this. Okay, it turned as this result and here. Okay. So now let's. You thought that you're quite behind, quite ahead, right? And you don't have to play such like this. You can go to the corner and make this game just clearly, right? So you know that you're quite ahead. Yes, just rock the door. Your Jororo just wants to come into your room, your house. You can just rock the door and then say done. Okay. Then he never got a chance to enter into your home, right? Just secure the door. He wants to invade your house, but you could just block it. But somehow it made it. Managed to make it, but it was not or not really necessary. Right? You could just make it even simple. Okay, and I think the game is still no playable, right? It's white is way behind, and probably I should resign. There's some chances on this corner area. Yeah, but the corner is also not in a lie, but still I can get many. It's a great say the profit, right? So here's questions actually. So in the Jororo, you play this one first, in here, like this. But in fact, you could play here first, is it? Here. And black captures. Oh, if black reacts here, then now I can kill it. Because you already broke this ice shapes before. So black has to play here. But down now, you cut here. So then black leaves like that. Oh, then you can continue like that, right? It's a great profit. So this was also quite big loss actually, because the D2 and D3 was sent there and then saved it. Oh, so it seems there's no chances for white. The big region that legitimate this exchange. That was huge big mistakes. So this one. Do you see what difference is? You made this Hane and then Tenuki, and then you thought that is already alive. And then Tenuki. But in fact, it is a dead shapes. So D19, this exchange, there was huge, huge mistakes. So C19 is Sente, right? You see this. The C19 is a Sente move. And then now, at least, it's guaranteed that you can make a call in the corner. But call is guaranteed, but it's not yet alive yet. So that means D19 was maybe not a bad move if you continue, because it's already call, the shape that white could make it. But you now just reduce or remove this call, and now there's no chances for white of the go back. Right. This was the last the area that you could, maybe that you should have concerned some big issues. It's not the safe yet. Okay. If you wanted to Tenuki, then for sure just leave it was the best. But after you made that exchange, Jororo got a chance to kill it. He made a magic. And after this, the game became very close. Is it? It happened like this. And here. But still, you had a chance. Maybe Jororo also didn't see that. In the end, there's endgame stuff, and then white captures, and still you have a chances. So it's coming. First of all, you don't have to cut up parry like this. Jororo, you knew that. And you should have responded here, the corner area. That's 2. Because there are some sente moves, the cutting points, A, right? It looks like not working. It's coming. The cut and Atari. Oh, perfect. But now black can make the call in the corner. There are many ways. Yes, E2. And then remove the liberties, right? And now I can't really capture the stances, so it's a call. So I can't enter here and either this way. So it's call. Or even you could block it here directly and then make the call like this. So this was your last opportunity. And then sadly, black played here. So after that, there's no chances for you. It's like a very dynamic and dramatic game. So they're like always like up and down. You are going up, and then you made a mistakes, and then you just fell down like that. It was a very dramatic game. And also, I would say that to Jororo that you never gave up the game, even though you lost that group, and you managed to turn on the table somehow in the end. But this kind of the situation, when Black play this one, and you also need to check about your weaknesses, right? The A is locally very big endgame, and also so. Okay, I think that's it. We should have we all checked everything that we should have checked it for sure, and please do the self review. Even though you got the review from me, I studied and I learned something, but you need to repeat it somehow. Otherwise, you will easily forget it, what you learned from the review. So self repeat and self reviewing is really important. So please do it for self, and if just check that the points where you got the ideas from me, and then just check it and briefly, and that's also quite helpful for you. Okay, so that's it for today, and I hope you enjoyed it. I actually made the videos already, so I'm going to send the videos to Maku, and I hope it's everything's working and fine. And then have a nice evening and see you next time. Bye bye.